I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com, and this is the snapshot review of the Cricket HTC One SV. Is it the ultimate smartphone on Cricket? Here is what you need to know. Cricket's HTC One SV is the first One device for the carrier, but similarities can be drawn to the HTC One S, which debuted last year and is on T-Mobile right now. The One SV offers some great features and brings a very solid high-end device to prepaid. With specifications like a 1.2 GHz dual-core Snapdragon S4 CPU, 4.3-inch display, 5-megapixel camera, 4G LTE connectivity in Cricket markets that support it, and Android 4.0, it's a near-perfect smartphone for someone that wants an HTC One device but is unwilling to switch away from Cricket. This is an entirely new One device, but the changes that were made from previous One devices include a red color theme on the back, along with red capacitive buttons at the bottom of the device below the screen, a slightly different design theme as well that pulls elements of the One S in terms of size and the Droid DNA in terms of the curved form factor into a smaller package, and to date, the kind of blank/V variants, XV and SV for example, seem to be a lower cost, lower spec version, so as you'd expect, the specifications are a bit lower than the HTC One S. Like the other One series devices, the One SV is a beautifully designed piece of hardware and brings a style to prepaid that's not often seen. The curved back is reminiscent of the HTC Droid DNA, and the 4.3-inch display means that it's very pocketable and easy to hold with travel across the entire screen. Despite only offering 5 megapixels, the One SV's camera features the same ImageSense chip as the One X Plus and the Droid DNA, so you can be at that football game or that soccer game and capture pictures as quickly as possible. The HTC One SV is powered by Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich along with HTC Sense version 4.1. It's not the newest version of Sense, and it's missing a few features that I like from Sense 4 Plus, such as an improved virtual keyboard and some personalization options, but overall it's still one of the better overlays on the market with some fantastic customization abilities. It makes Android far easier to use for the mainstream consumer over the stock version, and though Sense is a bit resource heavy, the 1 GB of RAM and dual-core processor handle it relatively well. So what's so great about the HTC One SV? Well, keeping in mind the total package from a performance and price standpoint, the phone has a lot to like. The specifications are great for regular day-to-day use, and users can take advantage of 4G LTE in Cricket markets that support it. All too often, prepaid and cheap go hand in hand, so it's great to see a smartphone out there with build quality like the top-tier HTC candidates. Honestly, there's not a whole lot I would change about this device. Despite the mid-range status, I'd like to see Android 4.1 and HTC Sense version 4 Plus installed on the One SV, and as much as I'd like to see beefier internals, I can't fault the phone for it. That's the trade you have to make in keeping a device cheap enough to sell at $330 with no contract. The real verdict is this. Prepaid carriers are starting to change to reflect the times. They get that consumers are after well-designed smartphones, and that oftentimes a customer will sacrifice the carrier they want to get the device they want. The One SV is a proof that you can get a solid Android smartphone at a reasonable no-contract price, and yeah, it's missing some of the specifications and goodies that high-end devices out there offer, but you know what? The overall package offers a lot. If you're after a no-contract smartphone that's beautifully designed and offers decent specifications with a dual-core processor, a 4.3-inch display, and 4G LTE, this is a solid choice for you. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com as we go into the full review of the Cricket HTC One SV. Let me know what you think of these snapshot reviews. Thumb it up, thumb it down on YouTube, and let me know in the comments below. Hit me up on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron, and Facebook, Facebook.com/PhoneDog. Thanks so much for watching. As always, we'll see you next time.